Hello， 大家好，这里是码农说。今天呢，我们来聊一下阿里这家公司啊。阿里这家公司呢，相信大家都非常熟悉啊。我们先来聊一聊阿里巴巴集团吧，对吧？马云啊，是一个非常了不起的人，这点毋庸置疑啊。他做了2件非常让人钦佩的事情。第一件呢，打破了实体店的那个体系啊。大家知道啊，以前啊，你买个东西啊，需要经过 N 级代理啊，最后才能到你手上。那么实际花费啊，一个是花费多，第二个种类可选择的非常少。那么马云创建了淘宝，那么直接把这个垄断给打掉了，那就颠覆了以前既有的销售体系啊。当然他也获得了巨大的收益嘛，这点毫无疑问，这是我们大家都能看到的，他为整个社会做出的贡献，这是第一个。第二个，他创建了支付宝，支付宝基本上可以说是革了银行的命。原来的相信年纪稍微大一点的，就是40岁以上的人，应该有非常深刻的印象。以前银行跟现在的银行是不一样的，以前银行是真正的甲方啊，你做个电子商务，你要申请个网关，你要给他好多钱啊。现在根本不需要，你支付宝上直接收就行了，对吧？它相当于是把银行啊革了银行的命啊，把中国的银行体系啊对电子商务的支持啊加速了一大块。如果没有支付宝的话，根本无法想象那个现在的银行有多拉垮。所以说呢，不管别人什么想法，马云这2样东西啊，给中国整个商贸体系、整个银行体系带来了巨大的冲击啊。大家印象最深刻的应该是那个货币基金啊，就是支付宝那个余额宝，对吧？以前那个利息都是0.25啊，那是1年期啊。然后1年期是，对，我记得好像都是0.25或者0.0几，那个非常非常低廉的那个利息啊，就是活期。对，你存银行都是活期，因为你要用钱嘛。余额宝出来之后，吧唧一下子3啊，最高的时候我记得好像跳到3点几、4点几，甚至快到5，然后现在慢慢降到1了。但是如果你以前啊存银行就是0点几。所以说呢，余额宝呢也基本上把银行鞭打了一顿。所以说不管别人说什么，马云就是阿里巴巴在这2件事情上对中国的推动啊，对那个经济的推动啊，毋庸置疑啊。那么我们倒过来看啊，中国真正需要的是什么样的企业？我们不可能指望那些腐朽的银行体系啊，去推动革自己的命啊，那不现实，对吧？你能躺着挣钱，你何必站着呢？就这么简单一件事情嘛。所以说呢，中国的企业，中国真正需要的企业，不是你好我好大家好的好好先生，而是刺头，敢于颠覆传统，对吧？你这是开宗立派啊！开宗立派是什么意思啊？是要革了老一代的命啊，是开宗立派啊，对吧？阿里巴巴集团就是开宗立派，革了原有的销售体系的命，革了原有的银行体系的命，所以他才能够取得如此辉煌的成就。但是这些成就呢，都是10年以前甚至20年以前获得的成就。那么在后面的漫长的15年里边，他基本上再也没有做出什么非常让人敬佩的事情，就是说他基本上达到了垄断，躺平了，数钱去了。那么我们来看一段马云和马斯克之间的谈话。
Talk about education. I'm quite interested about education. Can we? Yeah. So, what knowledge or skills will be useful to master the future? Do you have any advice for young professionals who want to pursue a career in AI? Young professionals. I don't think we will have professionals of AI in the future? Well, I worry a lot about, people worry about jobs, but I worry about education. All the education systems, the things we teach our kids, the way we teach our kids, are mainly designed for the industrial period. And I'm sure the machine will be much cleverer than human beings in the future. How can human beings do better? Human beings should be smarter, human beings should be wiser. So how can we be human beings to be wiser or smarter? I think that we should change the way of education, change the things, because in the past we focused a lot about, remember things. Computer can remember better than you are. We want to calculate it faster, computer can calculate much faster. We want to run faster, computer can run much faster than you are. So human beings should have confidence by being more creative, more constructive. So how can we teach our kids to be more creative and constructive? And I think this is the key of the education. And I want spending more time on training kids on arts, on painting, on singing, on dancing. All these are the creative things that make people live like humans. Don't worry about machines. For sure, we should understand one thing, that man can never make another man. Computer is a computer. Computer is just a toy. Man cannot even make a mosquito. So we should have confidence. Computer only have chips. Man have the heart. It's the heart where the wisdom comes from. So I think in the next 10 or 20 years, human beings or every country, every government should focus on reform the education system, making sure our kids be able to find jobs in the future, be able to live in a life that only working 3 days a week, 4 hours a day. And that is very important. If we do not change the education system that we are in, we are all going to be in trouble. That's my view, and don't worry about it, we will change it.
Yeah. I would say try to learn as much as possible that allows you to predict the future or make the future. So the saying is the best way to predict the future is to make it. And then assess whether what you're learning is enabling you to predict the future with less error. Are you less wrong? We're all always wrong to some degree. But can you reduce the error on your future predictions? I think that's the way to look at education. As, of course, but it's both creative, create the future, and predict the future. So that includes art and all those other things. But close the loop on being less wrong about the future. I'd say that's the right way to think about education. I mean, down the road with Neuralink, you can just upload any subject instantly. So it'd be like the Matrix. You want to fly a helicopter, no problem. Well, helicopters will fly themselves, but if you wanted to do whatever, any given skill, you just upload it instantly. And the way education works right now, it's extremely low bandwidth. It's extremely slow. Lectures are the worst, really. It's like very slow. Yeah. Just try to predict the future with less error. This is very hard, as you were saying. I'm not sure it's 99.9%, but it's not very good generally at prediction of the future. But I think often people don't try. The first thing is try. If you don't try, okay, you got to try, and then adjust based on the error of your prior predictions.
Yeah, I think just to try is very good. We should always have the confidence to try the future. And I never worry about the errors and the mistakes. Errors and mistakes that are the best assets of human lives. And humans, I think that when people worry about the disasters that AI is going to bring in, I think it's not the disasters. It's the mistakes that human beings make. And trust human beings will be able to correct the mistakes and improve themselves. And that we need education. And this is what we think. In China today, we have 1,800 new babies born every year. Which is not enough. We need to have like much more than that. But I think the best resources of the human beings on the or the best resources on the earth are not the coals, not the oil, not the electricity. It's the human brains. How can we make the human brains more creative, constructive? How can we making sure that the machines are always the toys and tools of humans, rather than the control? So I never, in my life, and especially last 2 years where people talk about AI, say human being will be controlled by machines, I never think about it. I think it's impossible, right? It's impossible because human beings, they are different. Machines are invented by human beings. And according to the science, right, humans can never create another animal that is smarter than humans. Especially when you have so many smart people, it's impossible to make another smart people.
I very much disagree with that.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. I mean, the first thing we should assume is that we are very dumb, and we can definitely make things smarter than ourselves. I mean, they didn't used to be humans, right? So our early civilization was very primitive. We didn't have any technology really. We were just like running around, you know, trying to not get eaten or trying to survive a winter. Now we have like heating and we grow food. This is all new stuff. So, you know, things have obviously gotten way more smarter than the past, way smarter. So that's going to continue. We're not the last step in evolution. So the most important thing, like I said, the most important mistake I see smart people making is assuming that they're smart. They're not.
Yeah. So give me an example, what animals or things that a human being made that is smarter than human beings?
Well, computers actually are already much smarter than people on so many dimensions. We just keep moving the goalposts. So we used to think, like, for example, being good at chess was an example of a smart human. And then Kasparov was crushed by Deep Blue in '97. That was a long time ago. 22 years. I mean, right now your cell phone could crush the world champion at chess, literally. Go used to be sort of thought of as something that humans were better at than computers. Then Lee Sedol was beaten 4-1 by AlphaZero. Then a new version of AlphaZero, sorry, I should say AlphaGo. AlphaGo beat Lee Sedol 4-1. Then there's AlphaZero. AlphaZero crushed AlphaGo 100-0. Now it's just pointless because it just keeps playing itself. The humans are trying to play a computer Go is like trying to fight Zeus. It's not going to work. You're hopeless. We're hopelessly inadequate. In terms of rendering, basically there's just a smaller and smaller corner of intellectual pursuits that humans are better than computers, and that every year it gets smaller and smaller, and soon we will be far, far surpassed in every single way, guaranteed. 100%. Or civilization will end. Those are the two possibilities.
Okay. Yeah, my view is that computer may be clever, but human beings are much smarter.
Yeah, definitely not.
Clever is very academic, is knowledge-driven. Smarter is experience-driven. Computer is smart, is clever, but it's human being. We invented a computer. I never see a computer invented a human being. This is my first point. Second point is that about a Go play chess. It's stupid to compete with a computer on play Go. Just like 100 years ago, where human beings created cars, So human beings say, I can run faster than a car. It's impossible. It's only stupid people to compete with a car who run faster. Go is designed for human to play with human, right? The chess is designed for human to human. Why should a human to fight against a computer? So I never ever play chess or Go with computer. I'll be happy to see two computers fight each other. I'm not interested in play Go with chess. So I told those guys, they are very sad. Computer will be smarter than human beings because computer can play chess better. I think you are stupid to compete with that. Don't do that. So we always do things we are good at.
Sure. Okay. Well, what would be an example of something that humans are better than a computer at, and then let's see if that happens.
Well, computer is only one of the clever tools that human created, and computers are clever, but there will be more tools that human beings will create, much clever than computers. That's my view.
Okay, well, let me tell you, like, my view on AI is essentially you can view the advancement of AI as solving things with increasing degrees of freedom. So the thing with the most degrees of freedom is reality. But AI is steadily advanced, solving things that have more and more degrees of freedom. So obviously something like checkers was very easy to solve. That we could solve with classical software, classical computing, not really all that challenging. And in fact, there is a complete solution for checkers, meaning it is literally impossible. Every version of checkers is known. And then there's chess, which was also it had many more degrees of freedom than checkers, many orders of magnitude more than checkers, but still really, I would say, a low order of magnitude, low degree of freedom game. Then there's Go, which had many orders of magnitude more degrees of freedom than chess. So it's really just stepping through orders of magnitude of degrees of freedom. This is the way to, I think, view the advancement of intelligence.
Yeah.
And it's really, we get to the point where it just completely simulates a person in every way possible, like many people simultaneously. In fact, I mean, obviously there's a strong argument we're in a simulation right now. It sort of reminds me of that joke of, like, you know, if life was a video game, what would be the review? It's like, well, the graphics are incredible, the plot is confusing, and the respawn takes a long time. That's a video game. That's life. I mean, life is a video game. Respawn takes 20 years to spawn a human being and have them be fully conscious. I'm worried about the birth rate, which you alluded to earlier. Contrary to, like, most people think we have, like, too many people on the planet, but actually this is an outdated view. Assuming that AI is fine, assuming that there's a benevolent future with AI, I think that the biggest problem the world will face in 20 years is population collapse. I want to emphasize this. The biggest issue in 20 years will be population collapse. Not explosion, collapse. It's very easy to see what the world will look like in 20 years because humans have a 20-year boot sequence. So, like, you say, okay, well, who was born last year? Okay, now you know what the world look like in 20 years. It's that easy.
I absolutely agree with that. The population problem is going to be facing a huge challenge. 1.4 billion people in China sounds a lot, but I think next 20 years we'll see this thing will bring big trouble to China, and the population decreasing of the whole. The speed of population decreasing is going to speed up. And you call it collapse.
Accelerating collapse. Accelerating collapse. And then the common rebuttal is like, well, what about immigration? Like, from where?
You want to go to space, the Mars, and Mars will immigrate.
Yeah, Mars
at
needs
least
people.
here, probably.
Like Mars needs people. Mars needs people. There's 0 people there right now. So right now it's a machine planet. There's only some robots there.
This is something that we should pay special attention. That's why the 18 million new babies born in China, which was less than only 1% something, we should spend more time create these people and treat life better. But also, I think about the AI. There's another thing which in our company, AI we call Alibaba Intelligence because we think when things with order, with things with logic, machine can always do better. AI can do better. But if things without order, without logic, human being can do better. For example, when you love somebody, there's no reason normally. I just love him or just love her. I have no reason. But when I hate somebody, when I want to do bad things on somebody, there's a logic. And when there's a logic, AI can do better. What we do on our end financing, we teach machine all the bad things that bad guys want to do. Machine can learn quickly and arrest all the bad guys immediately. But when you want to do good things, not necessary.
AI means love.
That's absolutely right. So that is why the AI, if the AI can bring love, which I call it, in the past, if you are a successful person, you have to be EQ and IQ, right? In the future, if you want to survive in this world, you have to be the LQ, the Q of love. That's important too. Otherwise, you cannot survive in artificial intelligence time.
I agree with love is the answer. Many songs about that.
2019年的时候，当时在互联网上非常火热，也就是这场谈话之后啊，对马云的观感彻底改变了，他已经飘了，也同时更加认可了马斯克，至少从他的言行举止上来说，大家会更加认可他，因为比较客观，做事情比较踏实，也是所有他做的事情都是一个目的，颠覆，开宗立派。那么相比之下，淘宝后面做的那些事情啊，就不值一谈了。人家马斯克后面做的是什么？脑机、火箭、人工智能，就是 DOJO 嘛。那么同样，2019年以后，淘宝就是阿里巴巴集团做的又是什么？根本没有办法对比。做了社区团购，做了钉钉，就是交友用的，还有那个企业办公用的，做了菜鸟，就是快递，还做了什么网文啊，又做了盒马，基本上全都是围绕着传统领域做了一些真补补的事情。一家已经如此巨大的公司，拥有这个现金流也好，中国的市场占有率也好，基本上都是属于头部企业的，就是不是一流也接近一流了。那么做的都是这些鸡零狗碎的事情，既没有推动社会进步，又没有推动科技进步，也没有开宗立派。相比之前做的那2件事情，后面所有做的事情都是不值一谈啊！简单的就是想去扩大已有市场的占有率，而不是做到一个头部企业应该去做的事情，去和一些小商小贩去竞争。不知道大家有没有发现啊？这段对话呢是2019年，也就是说是4年前。4年前的时候呢，马斯克就说了，他要折腾的这几件事情。那么已经过去4年了，他依旧在坚持不懈的、始终如一的对着这些目标努力。而2019年的时候呢，马云没有任何的规划，到现在依旧没有，始终没有任何的目标，没有任何的规划，这就直接导致了阿里巴巴是一个完全没有目标的公司。说白了， 和苹果差不多，没有灵魂的公司，因为他自己都不知道自己要做什么。作为一个头部企业，现在每天做的事情仅仅是维持它的固有的地位，仅此而已，还不如京东，还不如拼多多，至少人家在不停地想尽办法的往前进。OK， 今天就讲到这里。如果喜欢我的节目，欢迎评论、点赞、转发，感谢收听。